Alright, hey everyone. It's been such a long time since I've spoke about anything on this channel. But today I just want to talk about why I believe in Jesus, why I believe in the gurus and the sages and such. And in particular the power of love and what the power of love can do. So because I believe in Jesus, because it's sort of like a why not sort of thing. Like if there's so many true stories and experiences of the master of everything, why not believe in him? Why not put trust that you are connected to that source, as he's referred to too? Like, I am the Father of one, he says in the Bible. Like, you don't even have to be like Christian or religious. You don't have to be anything to believe in Jesus, because you realize that even him himself, spoke of freedom, spoke of love, and love covers all things. Like, love is the force that connects everything together. Like, the sages talk about it, Jesus talks about it, the prophets talk about it. The ones that were tapped in and had a clue into this life and into helping one another and had that ability to go make peaceful changes and good things happen. They all believed in love. So that love itself is what Jesus was, and he was. Okay, it's gonna be a part two. It's that power of love, that power that connects everyone. And Jesus was the embodiment of the love, and but it's because he was in awareness and all the other spiritual truths that enabled him to embody love and to share it, which is why I also believe in gurus and sages, because that enlightenment, that truth, it really is just pure love and forgiveness of all people. Like, if you see someone do wrong, you can see them as being a foolish being. However, you still can love them and still try and help them on a path to righteousness. It's called sinning. And if a guru may call someone a fool, Jesus would call them a sinner. But Jesus said when he saw sinners or whatever, I do not condemn you either. So if if God himself is not going to condemn you, or the master of love, if you see him in a different way, isn't going to condemn you, why condemn yourself to feeling like you're this or that, or low or high or anything? Just as Guruji Josiah says, be as you are. And it's true, like, the enlightened ones only know how to be as they are, and the natural truth of everyone's essence and awareness and pure being is love. It's purely just love. So that's why I believe in Jesus, because as I said, like, why not? Like, if the evidence exists for the teachings of love and the work that people have done through him, through believing in his love, why not believe in him? I'm not hurting anyone else for believing in him. I'm not hurting myself. It's just my soul points in that direction, So don't be afraid to love Jesus. Don't be afraid to love God or the sages or whatever, because if it's love, then it can do no wrong, And you may say, like, well, what about the Crusades? What about all the people that were killed in the name of Christ, or the witches or whatever? They were burnt for people thinking about God. But you have to remember that people misunderstand things and sin and are foolish, as I was saying, and they can do things that are not of love in the name of love. They're doing it in the name of love, believing that they are not love, but that's what love would call them to do, because an act of love is an act of giving, of forgiving, of bringing peace and truth. So just know that any sort of thing can sort of get forgiven eventually, even if someone has to. If you believe in karma and grace, or you believe in the law of attraction or whatever, you'll also realize that people will have to go through what they've served, So if you live by the sword, you die by the sword, sort of thing. no one really gets away with what they've done unless they're able to forgive themselves. And that's what Jesus was saying when he saw that woman who was in adultery and he wanted to stone. He said, I do not condemn you. And he's basically also saying, like, don't condemn yourself. Like, if I'm not going to condemn you and I'm pure love, and I know at your highest nature that you're pure love, don't condemn yourself either, because eventually you'll realise it and come into that state of peace. And it's like this presence of pure unconditional love. So that's what the masters and the sages embody themselves. It's like they're like Jesus. They are like Jesus. Like, they can perform miracles, they can do all sorts of things in contact with God, knowing that they're a child of God, of the source of the divine, the pure energy of love, which creates all things. It's so important to be aware that, to not be afraid. Like, when angels appear to people, they always say, do not be afraid. Not necessarily because of how they look. Like, they may look like proper good, like proper handsome, or maybe proper like otherworldly, but that's not why they're afraid. They're afraid because it's a pure essence of love, and people can be afraid of love. So sometimes you have to, because it's like if you get butterflies when you're about to meet a girl or something, or a boy, or whatever you're into. You get butterflies, it's sort of like a fear, but it's love, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, oh, I wonder if what they're gonna feel about me, are they gonna feel the same way, sort of thing. And that's what it's like when people encountered angels, and angels are sort of like a tad bit lower down than God himself. It's like, it's man, angel, God sort of thing. And you'll realise that in everyone's higher nature, when they raise in vibration, they become angels, and then they become God, sort of thing. Not in a literal way, like you're literally going to be flying about, or you're going to then have powers to touch people and be healed. Sometimes it's just in the way of awareness. Like, angel means messenger, and the sages and the gurus are messengers of God, but they themselves raise even higher into nirvana, into Satchit Ananda of God himself, and it's like a oneness with God. So it's like a human level. You're born as a man or a woman, just a blank canvas. It's like you raise throughout your life into angelic, into becoming a messenger of truth, like preaching, building wells in places, giving out light, just being a good person, becoming more angelic. As Enoch was with God, but he was not, and he was taken by God, and he became Archangel Metatron. So it is possible, and it is the truth, and it's like he becomes one with God. Like, the angels and God are very similar, but it's when an angel dies, their body dies, they become one with God. And this is sort of the stuff that Jesus was teaching. And White Eagle, who was a channel of higher love and God and stuff, is a great spiritual teacher, like Native American, spoke about these things, and it's spread out through all the world, all the universe is through the love of the Master. Like, just because someone does something to make you think they're a bastard doesn't make it true if you're operating at a sense of wanting them to be punished. It's through repentance and giving love and light that we can be the best we can. It's not going to help anyone if you're sending bad vibes or negativity to anyone, saying like, this person is a deceiver, this person is bad, this person is anything other than good. The ones that have done crazy bad stuff, I mean, if subjectively, objectively, that we can all say that people have done bad stuff, what I do is I just say, I forgive them, and I never think about them again, no matter what it is, because I'm not holding a cord, an attachment in the soul, spirit level to that person. I forgive and chop that cord and the little bit of love that was sent through the cord to them at that last second may be enough to change them in this life or wherever they go next. So I believe in Jesus because it's like I'm given a freedom to express my spirituality, and given like a energy of love and someone that understands at the highest level of who I am and who you are and what everything is. Like miracles occur every second, like how a flower seed gets put in the dirt. It's just invisible for ages, but then it pops out a beautiful flower. It's the same with my consciousness. So don't give up and believe in Jesus and the sages, because they're just embodiments of love, and love is the only truth. The reason why the world is so fucked up at times is because people don't see the love. People have forgotten the love, but even Jesus said to his disciples, "Have I not chosen you, and one of you is even a devil?" It was Judas, I think, maybe. So just remember that God can still choose you no matter who you think you are or anything. Just come into trust and realize, like, it doesn't have to end that way. It doesn't have to begin that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. You can always transmute karma and grace and everything with love. And that's the highest teaching, basically. Heaven is for everyone. Heaven isn't just for a few, like chosen ones or high karma people. No, you have to remember, like, that anyone can be raised in karma. It's not necessarily a law that is governed by God or governed by man. It's just an idea. And that's what grace does. That's what grace can heal. They talk about it because as far as you believe something, it becomes real. Like, you believe in that you're in samsara, that you have to reincarnate loads of times. As soon as you step out of the belief and let go of beliefs and just be the love, that's where the enlightenment and the Buddha nature comes. And Jesus was aware of this. I was aware of every spiritual truth. And he did what he did. And he is who he is. So just try and remember that. And I love you. Peace.